Yo, what's good everyone? Thank you for tuning in to today's video. As you can see by the title, we are back again with yet another review, and with Air Max Day just behind us, I figured why not take a look at my most recent Air Max pickup, which is the Air Max 97 Metallic Silver and Chlorine Blue. Now, as I always say in each and every one of my reviews, I'm really excited to be doing this one for you guys today, so I don't want to make this intro any longer than it needs to be. Sit back, relax, and let's go ahead and dive straight into this review. So first things first, before we take a look at the shoes, let's just take a quick look at the packaging. Now 2022 is a special year when it does come to the Air Max 97, which we will get onto later on in the video itself. But with that, we do actually have a really nice special box for this actual release, and it's a little bit more of a retro spin on the usual Air Max boxes that we normally see, where it's just typically, you know, those red sportswear boxes. But for this one, we do actually get that OG type of feel. So it's just a mostly cardboard box. Across the front, we do get that black Nike swoosh, and then across the back, we do have some text. So if you want to see what that says, pause the video now and give it a quick read. But pretty standard and, you know, on a lot of these retro boxes. Now, if we just take a quick look at the label, which reads, we have the Nike Air Max 97 OG in the metallic silver and chlorine blue colorway. Now, this label is actually a little bit different. I haven't seen a label like this. It almost makes me feel like this is like from America or something like that, because on the edge of the size label, it looks like, you know, where they normally put the RRP price point. It looks like it's actually there. I'm not sure if you can see that, but yeah, that's what it looks like on my pair. I got these through size, so shout out to them for finally coming through and not cancelling an order. So, you know, always a nice victory. And then if we just open up the box itself, we just get that pretty basic standard tissue paper. Underneath that, we have the kicks. So let's go ahead and dive straight into the shoes. God, that was a cluster of problems, weren't it? Let's do this. So the moment we've all been waiting for, in hand we have the Nike Air Max 97 in the metallic silver and chlorine blue colorway. Now this is a very special year when it does come to the Air Max 97, as it is the 25th anniversary. Now with that, Nike are actually giving us a whole host of brand new releases, including some OG inspired colorways, along with some brand new colorways in there as well. By the end of the year, I'm actually hoping to get my hands on the silver bullets, which are actually scheduled to release at some point towards the end of the year. So keeping my fingers crossed for them. But in the meantime, I'm very glad to add these to the personal collection. Now, I actually managed to get these under retail for about £148, thanks to a size discount. So shout out to them once again.
Thank you!
But for those of you that are tuning into this video to decide if this is actually a worthwhile pickup for your collection as well, in this review I'll show you everything that you need to know from materials through to sizing, so hopefully by the end of the video you can decide whether or not this is actually a worthwhile pickup for you as well. So just diving straight into this one, starting out with the upper to begin with, and when it comes to the Air Max 97, it has to be said that Nike are always pretty consistent when it does come to the materials, and again for this one we do see that pretty common combination of both mesh, synthetics, as well as a little bit of leather in here as well. Now when it comes to the colorway, this is actually the best part about the shoe for me, as we have that really nice color combination of metallic silver, chlorine blue, as well as some midnight navy hits in there as well. Now at the base we do have that metallic silver mesh material, which has then been overlaid on the mudguard with this tin foil feeling synthetic material. It is probably the best way I could describe it. The quality of material is very, very poor. Makes the shoe feel very cheap in my opinion. I don't like how it looks, I don't like how it feels, and if anything was going to be a negative about the shoe, it would be the mudguard. Definitely something I would highly recommend you consider, and if you can check these out in store before actually picking up a pair, I definitely would recommend that you do that. For me, this is only my opinion only, but I would definitely say that this is probably the cheapest feeling mudguard on any other Air Max 97 pickups. A lot of the times when they use like a nubuck or a suede or a decent quality of leather, even synthetic, it's a better quality than this. It feels very rubbery, feels very cheap, and I feel like the more you wear it, the worse it's going to look, so definitely is something to bear in mind. And then just underneath the mudguard, peeking out into this wave-like pattern, we do have some 3M materials in there as well, so always a really nice touch for the 97. And I will be honest, in a couple of my previous videos, I have made a pretty common mistake to actually think that this shoe was completely based on the Japanese bullet train. Turns out I was wrong, and I didn't know I was wrong until a subscriber on the channel actually corrected me. So Kyle, a huge shout out to you for actually, you know, letting me learn something new that I didn't already know. And it turns out that this design by Chris Tesser isn't actually solely based on the Japanese bullet train, and it's more based on how water droplets would actually hit the water and how the ripple effects would look. Either which way, I think it's an incredible design for the Air Max 97, but since I learned something new, I thought I'd share it with you guys as well. So again, Kyle, thank you very much for correcting me, and if I get anything wrong in this review, make sure to leave it in the comment section down below. Now for this one, making up this wave-like design, we do have these really nice navy nubuck overlays. Again, the quality isn't all that, especially at this new price point, but I think from a design aesthetic, it definitely does look really good. And then from there, if we do actually circle our way onto the heel of the shoe, we do get that pretty typical Air Max detailing on the pull tab, but it actually does have this like almost glittery effect, which I'm only just now noticing, to be honest. Like, I'm not that vigilant when it comes to getting these out of the box, you know, for the first look. So definitely a really nice touch that I'm only just noticing, but might not be to everyone's liking or to everyone's taste. And then from there, as we do actually circle our way back into the center of the shoe, we just get those pretty standard silver rope shoelaces. And then beneath them, we do have more of that silver mesh detailing on the tongue of the shoe as well. Now, as we work our way up the laces to the top portion of the tongue, we do have this silver tongue tag with that chlorine blue Nike swoosh at the top of the tongue. Very nice indeed. From there, as we then work our way onto the inside of the shoe, we just get that pretty basic white sock liner. Now, a lot of people will know how I feel about white sock liners. Make sure you're wearing white socks, otherwise it's going to get dirty, dingy, and just look overall pretty bad after a few wears. But outside of that, it is a pretty nice look overall. And then even further inside the shoe, we just get that pretty basic Air Max insole, which is done in that mostly all white colour. But then just to close that in terms of the details, as we work our way back onto the outside of the shoe, we do have a Phylon midsole, which sits atop this full-length Air unit. Now, the Air unit itself is actually tinted in that chlorine blue colour, which personally I think looks really clean. And then if we do swap over to the outsole, we just get that traditional Air Max 97 outsole, done in that mostly black and white colour, but we do also have a little hit of navy towards the heel with that chlorine blue Nike swoosh on there as well. Again, a really nice touch. Now for me, when it does come to sizing, I personally just go with my natural true to size fit of a UK size 9. Never had to go to any other size. I do know that some people do actually half size up for a little bit more of a comfortable fit, but for me, as a wide footer, I've never had an issue, so true to size is definitely what I would suggest. And then outside of that, we've covered everything that you need to know from materials through to sizing, so if we now just go ahead and just wrap up this video. So just to wrap up this video, in terms of my overall opinion on the shoe itself, to give these a rating, I'm going to say that these are probably, at best, a 6 out of 10. I will be honest, I'm really disappointed by the overall quality of materials. I think that mudguard just looks cheap. It feels really to be honest. It's probably the best way I could describe it. I'm just really underwhelmed by this, you know, the overall look of it. Again, it definitely feels like tinfoil, and I don't want to keep repeating the point, but overall, it just feels really cheap. It looks cheap, and this is probably going to end up being returned. I feel like my money would be better served with a different release, so definitely underwhelming in terms of how I feel about it. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean that you can't or you won't, so take my opinions with a pinch of salt. I would love to get your guys' opinion on it as well, so do let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think of my rating. What do you think of this release? Do leave me all of your thoughts again in the comment section down below. Now, if you have stuck around to this point in the video, I just want to say a massive thank you. If you haven't already, please feel free to smash that subscribe button. Also, do make sure the bell notification is switched on so you never miss a video, and I hope to see you all again in the next one.